The legends of the Southern Cannibal had always been whispered in hushed tones among the locals. These tales spoke of a man who lurked in the darkest corners of the bayou, preying upon unsuspecting travelers, stories passed down through generations. Some believed he was a ghost, a vengeful spirit cursed to roam the swamps for eternity, while others insisted he was a flesh-and-blood monster, a madman driven to unspeakable acts of depravity. Regardless of the truth, the mere mention of his name sent shivers down the spine of every resident in these parts. My journey to the bayou was driven by a thirst for adventure, an insatiable desire to uncover the truth behind the legend. Armed with nothing but a rusty machete and an unwavering curiosity, I embarked on a perilous journey that would haunt me for the rest of my days. My first encounter with the term Southern Cannibal came from the lips of an old fisherman named Jeb. Weathered by years of battling the elements, Jeb warned me of the dangers lurking in the bayou, recounting stories of travelers who had ventured too far and never returned. "You best be careful, boy," he grumbled, his rheumy eyes staring into the distance. "The Southern Cannibal don't take kindly to strangers." At the time, I laughed it off, dismissing his words as local superstition. Yet as I ventured deeper into the labyrinthine waterways, an insidious sense of unease settled upon my shoulders. The darkness of the bayou seemed to press in around me, its oppressive weight bearing down on my chest like an ominous omen. It was on the third night of my journey, beneath a moonless sky, that I had my first chilling encounter with the Southern Cannibal. I had made camp on a small, muddy island, surrounded by the twisted branches of ancient cypress trees. The air was thick with the pungent scent of decaying vegetation, and the ceaseless drone of insects formed a dissonant symphony in my ears. Huddled by my campfire, its flames casting eerie, dancing shadows, I heard it. A soft, melodic humming that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the bayou. Frozen in place, my heart pounded within my chest as the haunting melody drew nearer, growing louder with each passing moment. It was a mournful, haunting tune that sent shivers racing down my spine. My machete clutched tightly in trembling hands, I scanned the darkness, desperate to locate the source of the eerie sound. And then, I saw him. A grotesque figure emerging from the shadows, hunched and emaciated, his hair matted and wild, resembling tendrils of Spanish moss. His eyes gleamed with a feral madness as he approached, the eerie humming unabated. The Southern Cannibal had found me. In that heart-stopping moment, terror washed over me like a monstrous wave. I stumbled back, my mind whirling as I struggled to comprehend the horrifying apparition before me. The cannibal's gaunt face contorted into a grotesque smile, exposing yellowed, jagged teeth. His tattered clothing clung to his skeletal frame, stained and torn, bearing witness to the unspeakable horrors he had wrought. He spoke in a voice that sent icy tendrils of dread snaking down my spine, a voice laden with madness and insatiable hunger. "You've wandered into my domain, boy," he hissed. "There's no escape now." The Southern Cannibal lunged at me, his long, bony fingers reaching for my throat. I swung my machete with every ounce of strength I could muster, the blade slicing through the stifling air to find its mark. The cannibal let out a guttural scream, his lifeblood staining the murky ground. Yet he did not falter. With terrifying tenacity, he continued his advance, seemingly undaunted by the gruesome wound in his chest. Panic surged through me as I realized I was facing a monster beyond human comprehension. In that dire moment, survival instincts kicked in, and I turned and ran. Through tangled undergrowth, across mucky waters, and deeper into the heart of the bayou, I fled. The Southern Cannibal's sinister laughter echoed in my ears, a cruel reminder that I was now prey in his macabre game. For days on end I roamed the swamp, a fugitive in my own living nightmare. I knew with dreadful certainty that the Southern Cannibal was relentless, that he would never cease his relentless pursuit. It was as if the bayou itself conspired with him, guiding me deeper into its convoluted depths, ensnaring me in an endless cycle of terror. As I now sit, scribbling these words by the feeble light of my dwindling campfire, I cannot help but wonder if I am the latest addition to the long list of souls claimed by the Southern Cannibal. My body is battered, my spirit is broken, but I will not yield to despair. I will continue to fight for survival, to claw my way out of this accursed place, and to issue a dire warning to any who dare tread into the heart of the Louisiana Bayou, a warning of the abhorrent horrors that lurk in its murky depths.